let's do a follow-up video on Quant. The last time I looked at it, I was thinking that it had a decent chance to get up to $180. I can't remember the exact level, but I gave breakdown points as well, and higher low targets to let folks know, hey, just because it goes down at this level doesn't mean it's breaking down, but if it goes below here, let's break down. So let's go take a look at how this is working. Ooh, it did hit it. Wow, it spiked past it. Son of a bitch. Okay, well. Wow. That is freaking beast mode. So this is the Chainlink of this bear market. So Chainlink last bear market went up. It like did 6x and from 2020 to 2021 or whatever, before everything else heated up. This is pretty impressive. Wow, it got above it and is using it as support. I would be on lower high watch. I would use the 1 hour chart. So, and I would use stochastics on this. Just straight, normal stochastics. This is how I would deal with this. Not stochastic RSI, but stochastics. So, I would use the stochastics to, on the 1 hour chart specifically, to gauge to try to add some guidance to my lower high watch. So the next time the 1 hour oscillator here, the stochastics go all the way up to the top and maybe start curling around. If price at that time, not before then, but after it's got to hit this top line, which is about 80 on the stochastics, and now has a negative slope. So hit that line and then form negative slope. If at that time this high is not taken out, then you probably have a lower high, and then when it hits the $1.80, it's probably going to break below and go down to $1.50. But if it has taken out this high, even by a peep, like by a little bit, by the time the 1 hour Stokes have hit the 80 line and gotten a negative slope, then as it heads down, I would either look for one more bounce of support, or even more probable, that trend line to be hit. So I would absolutely use my 1 hour chart with stochastics and this high. Yeah, these are all the tools you would need. This box here, this trend line, starting back October 13th, 1 hour chart and stochastics. And this should be able to get you, in the right direction here. It's going to be tough to take that out, though. Yeah, but if that oscillator does get all the way up. Now, if the oscillator only gets halfway up and then Quant turns back down, I mean, it could easily bounce here. But specifically, if it gets all the way up, then curls down, and this isn't taken out, then I would say once it hits this, it'll fall through. But if it could take out the side on the next 1 hour oscillation up, then it heads down, it's going to hit this trend line. That's how I would play Quant. So I would say two major paths, if I can draw those out for you. This might be easier to understand, or just to visually kind of cue here. You can dip below, whatever. Take out those highs. Lower high, the stochastics. Boom, boom. All right, price path number one. So this high not taking out as 1 hour stochastics go all the way up. Price path number two. If on the next oscillator up, and you could have some version in between. Like you could have it, the oscillator goes all the way up, curls down, and then it sticks a aggressive higher low, and then the 1 hour Stokes just go right back up, but they never go down very far. You could have that happen. So it could consolidate here, then break up. And then once it heads down, as a correction, I would expect it to hit this trend line. Right there. So let's connect this bad boy to make this a different color. So watch out for that, though. It is possible that Quant just has a nice, strong 3-hour pullback as the Stokes form a negative slope, and then Stokes, like for example, like this. So watch out for that. Yeah. Kind of like it did over here, something like this. So they could curl down and it keeps going. So watch out for that. And those would be my 2 guesses on the most likely price paths for Quant over the next how many days? Oh, that's only 3 days? Well, shit. Well, there you go. For the next 3 days. Those would be my 2 guesses.